Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new unit in depth. And yeah, it's been for a while since the last one, but I'm here back doing this unit in depth. And now we keep looking at the units from the Chaos Space Marine Codex. It's time to look Kharn the Betrayer, and after that we are going to look at Lucius, how it's called Lucius the Eternal. So we are going to look at these two guys, and yeah, both. Let's see how they fit in the Chaos Army. So Khan the Betrayer is costing 160 points, have weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, and 3 plus armor save. Have a power armor, have a plasma pistol, so have a good shooting, a fuck and crack grenades, aura of dark glory that is giving him 5 plus invulnerable save. Has the axe, the gore child is his artifact, is always hitting on 2 plus, what is very exceptional. Is a melee weapon that have a strength 1 plus 1, AP 2, and armor bane. So can be used against both. Infantry is very strong against infantry and very strong against vehicles. Have hatred incarnated warlord trait. So if your warlord will have hatred to in the assault, and have the rule the betrayer. So each time you roll a one, you hit one of your friend unit or friend miniatures that are in close are at range or are in base contact with Kharn. Have the blessing of the blood god. So he denied the witch on 2 plus. And in addition, if Khan suffers unsafe wound from a fourth weapon, that weapon cannot inflict instant death on him. So it's making him very resilient against psychic powers and psychic psychers. Is champion of the chaos, so have to always issue a challenge. Is fearless, we don't expect less from this guy. Furious charge, independent character. Mark of Kharn. Mark of Kharn, remember, is giving him rage and counterattack, and is veteran of the long war. That with hatred is not that interesting, but it's also a good addition. So it's really this guy. It's a killing machine in close combat. The only thing is not that resilient. You have 3 plus armor save and 5 plus invulnerable. So you have to be careful, and this guy have to go inside of another unit that is absorbing the wounds until he deliver all the pain. Take into account that he have 4 attacks plus 1 for additional weapon because have a plasma pistol and the gore child, and any of them are specialist weapons. And then on the assault have plus 2 attacks because have rage thanks to the Mark of Kharn. So this means that it goes into the assault with 7 attacks. And because have counter attack, he have always the bonus of on the first round because he will have the bonus as he's assaulting. On top of that, he have a strength 5 plus 1 for the axe is strength 6. And then if is assaulting, plus 1 for furious charge is strength 7. So it's quite strong and can wound almost any creature there. Even against uh, a, a Wraith Lord, for example, a Wraith, yeah, that have toughness 8, he's wounding on 5 plus, that is not bad. And against vehicles, he will have a strength 7 plus 2d6 to penetrate armor and going to the rear armor, real side or back armor. So it's very strong against vehicles. So what I will say is, if this guy arrives into close combat, he has the power to do a lot of damage. He can kill Terminators, he can kill Centurions, he can kill almost everything. And if he goes against a character, if this character doesn't have higher initiative than him, especially because he have to issue challenge, he can most likely kill this character straightforward. So it's really very strong. The weak point is he have armor 3, he have invulnerable 5 plus, and he is not eternal warrior. So if he's shot by a weapon that is strength 8 or higher that normally have low AP, he can die quite easily. So you have to protect him putting him inside of a unit or putting him inside of a vehicle and delivering him with an assault vehicle like a Land Rider. So I will always suggest him to put inside of another unit, most likely another unit of Khorn Berserkers, and then deliver him and do all the pain. A little bit expensive and is not giving any other role as a Warlord. If you use him as a Warlord, remember you will have a killing machine in close combat, that's all. You don't have any more else. Okay, the second unit that I want to make a look in that video is Lucius the Eternal. Let's first make a look. It's costing 165 points, and this is why I want to compare this to Kharn and see if what type of roles they fulfill in the army. He have weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 6, 3 attacks, leadership 10, and armor 3 plus save. He have the Doom Siren. It's quite a great weapon from the Noise Marines that have is a flamer that have a strength 5, AP 3, so it's quite strong. Have a power sword, frag and crack grenades. Then have the armor of the Shrieking Souls. So this is a special artifact that have Lucius that give him 3 plus armor save and 5 plus invulnerable save, and on top of that, each time he is making a save, armor save or invulnerable save, in combat, then the unit that make the attack will receive a strength 4 AP2 hit that ignores cover, a special rule. So yeah, it's quite interesting, because if you're fighting against enemies that doesn't have low AP, this guy can return a lot of damage to the unit that is hitting at him. But it's quite risky, because at the same time you will receive wounds. Then have the Lash of Torment. The Lash of Torment is a close combat weapon that reduces the attacks of the enemy by 1 to minimum of 1. So this means that, and is also giving is also have this threat special rule. So this means that if you fight against uh, enemies that doesn't have low bad armor, you can use the Slash of Torment and use the red to repeat to wound. If you are fighting against Space Marines, for example, it's better to use the Power Sword. If you use against you fight against enemies that have armor 2, then the Power Sword is not giving any advantage. It's better to use the Lash of Torment, but then we will see that Lucius is not good fighting at Terminator type of units. He has, as a special rules, is a champion of chaos, so he always have to issue challenge. He's a duelist pride. This is a special rule for Lucius, what is giving him attack characteristic equal to the weapon skill of his opponent. Is fearless, independent character, have the mark of Slanesh, and is veteran of the Long War. So he's, and of course, if he is the lord of your, if the warlord of your unit, he's the lord of the cadence, and the Noise Marines will be troops instead of elites. The same forgot to mention about Kharn, and the Betrayer is converting the Berserkers into troops instead of being elites. So this is another guy that is clearly specialized in close combat. Again, have the same weaknesses as the Kharn the Betrayer. Is quite easy to kill, have not Eternal Warrior, have Toughness 4, and have a Power Armor with a 5 plus invulnerable save. So any weapon that type Melta can kill him quite easily in just one shot. In close combat, you have also to be very careful with the Power Fist and weapons that have Strength 8 and lower AP that are quite common in close combat. If we make a look in Power Fist, Power Claws, or how it's called, Thunderhammers. On the other side, he's quite good dealing with units that have low armor or armor 3, and he's quite good in a duel. So it's good, and if you are issuing a duel, most likely he will kill the enemy he's fighting with. With initiative 6, if the enemy don't have very good armor, Lucius have the advantage because he's going to be much faster than most of the Space Marines out there. The only units or the only guys that are faster than him are normally the elders and the close combat specialized elders. And I think he also can deal quite well with them because normally they don't have weapons that can instant kill him. So with 3 wounds he has to be able to survive and kill and hit back. And he will have the same number of attacks as weapon skill of the enemy. So it's very good fighting against enemies that have high weapons skill. And he, as you can see, he has also weapon skill 7, so he is not going to be bad hitting. So it's a good enemy dealing with infantry. He has not good tools to deal with vehicles. The only one attack on crack grenade, and he doesn't have any weapon. So I will say for me, I find Kharn more versatile. I see Kharn, it's very good, and it's a little bit cheaper than Lucius the Eternal. So it's quite. I think that Kharn can deal with more threats. On the other side, Lucius can be very strong against an infantry. First, because have the lash of torment that is reducing the number of attacks he's going to receive. Second, have the armor of the shrieking soul, so he will give back wounds each time he's saving. So if the enemy have not a low AP weapon, you can use Lucius as start tanking some attacks and start giving attacks back to the enemy unit. And then he have a good weapon skill to deal with this infantry. So yeah, mm, no bad. If I have to choose one, I think I will keep choosing Kharn. I think it's more complete. It can deal with more things. This Lucius is mainly specialized to fight against infantry, and also is not good against Terminator or Centurions because have not a good weapon to deal with that. Lucius is really specialized against, for example, he will shred straightforward Imperial Guard or other Space Marines, anything that, because he will reduce the attacks he's going to receive, and he's going to have the Siren of the Doom Siren is very strong, is a flamer that will really disseminate any unit that he can reach. Again, as Kharn, he has to go inside of another unit that has to deliver him to the position to use his short range attacks and his close combat abilities. So it's not cannot go alone. You have to protect him because it's quite easy to kill with any weapon with high strength. And this is all. So two HQ choices, quite expensive, 160 points. Uh, if you like them, if they are not bad, but they are not extremely good or they are not super good. And I will find Kharn more versatile than Lucius. That's all what I want to share. Please leave your comments below if you use them. Let me know how you use them and what is the successes and the fails you have with these two characters. I hope you find this interesting. I hope you find this yeah, interesting for you and you learn something new. And yeah, if I miss something or something you think that I have to add some more things on these thoughts, please leave your comment below. Thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.